Welcome back to the weekend edition. I'm Dr. Kingori. Our subject on the show tonight is fake news, and the people who've been most accused of spreading fake news are bloggers. So those of you who don't know who bloggers are, these are people who know 10 things about everyone, and number 7 will shock you. Yes. Our guest in studio tonight is the founder of one of the biggest blogs in the country right now, Ghafla Kenya, ladies and gentlemen. Samuel Majani. Welcome to the show. Thank you. Something about me that I don't know.
Kingori, you're not yet that controversial. You've stayed out of the limelight very well.
Niche is smart. I always start with a curious question.
Yeah.
As bloggers, mechapwa sana kwa hiyo story ya fake news. Does that in any way relate na hiyo jezi umevaa?
If you see someone wearing an Arsenal jumper at this point in time, we know when he has banned material, because we speak with people
for better
or for worse.
Acha uwe mtu juu amevaa jezi ya Arsenal alafu wa lose bet. Unajua ku-lose game ni different na ku-lose bet. I have come to understand that. There's talk that blogging is the in thing, say you guys are taking over news, and people talk of that's the primary source of information, blogs. Don't you guys feel a sense of responsibility in terms of verifying the news and how it will affect the public and the person?
That authenticity is a continuous process in any media house. So it's something that you have to do every day. You say, okay, I must get everything I'm doing right. But then there's also the fact you have to accept that in the process of writing all those stories, kuna zenye utablanda and you get them wrong. You get. So I think actually the most important thing is, what do you do when you get a story wrong? Media ethics states that the procedure is, you take the story down, you apologize, and, compensate the person if necessary.
But you do realize, as much as you can delete the story, you can't walk up to people and wamesoma, hey, buda umesoma Ghafla leo? Hebu sahau your story. You can't do that. You can't do damage control like that unless you do a follow-up story like, hey, that was not true.
Actually, with online, one cool thing you can do is, on that same link, which people are around sharing, you can edit it as well, to now have the apology there and the correction there.
How do you balance the fact that Kenyans don't like the stories that help them? The point.
Now, that's the thing. Kenya is a very tough crowd. And as a comedian, Kingori, you can agree with me, to get the attention of a Kenyan, okay, you have to really do cartwheels, Mazi, because Ghafla recently actually expanded to Tanzania and Uganda, and you just see the difference in how easy it is to please a Tanzania. In Tanzania, unaweza sema Diamond and Zari walitoka kwa nyumba leo, and they'll give the story like 10,000 likes, comments, shares, But for a Kenyan, ndo kupatie like moja hivi, ndo click story yako bana. It has to be a crazy thing,
Which brings me to the question. Mnakuanga wapi ndio mjue Diamond na Zari wanatoka kwa nyumba? Mnakuanga wapi? How do you do it?
Now that's the thing. Sometimes, I think this, sometimes even people feed you stories to keep themselves relevant, so anapigwa picha as if it's like a paparazzi, then he gives you and says, okay, please write X, Y, Z.
Oh, so sometimes you do run fake stories deliberately?
Not in that sense, but basically, like someone basically acted out something.
How does it feel about the brands that you guys have made? Brand is a polite word for socialites. And how do you feel ukiona Huda driving around in a pig, alafu unasema, God bless the work of my hands?
By the way, would you believe I've never met Huda?
Really?
Or Verang?
But you've met her fake stories.
No, but now you see, that's the sort of thing that, like I'm telling you, there are also characters who people love to hate. So kwa barabara, utaona watu wakisema hiyo story ya Huda mimi siwezi soma, lakini wakifika kwa mat ama where they are alone, you know, they were there on the Huda story on their phone. Like,
and have you ever visited the comment section, your link, your story on Facebook?
Yeah.
90% of people don't click the link.
Now that's the other part you're right about. So there's sometimes when someone can use a controversial headline.
Yes.
You know, like for example, mtu aseme Dr.Kingori. So okay, look.
Sema with the pot.
Dr.Kingori, like, let's say, is given a Range Rover for his birthday. You
By
get? by your significant other. Kumbe,
Umesikia?
the reality is, it was just a sensational headline. The reality is, ulipewa a Range Rover in the form of a cake. It was a cake in a Range Rover. You see? So, utapata, unless you click your story, you didn't get the gist. So, there's a lot of people who will now say, Kingori akona range bana, nipatie lift. You get?
Kama unanipenda usinifanyie hivyo. If you want to surprise me, just go the whole way. Like seriously. The story about, you guys heard about ilikuwa David the student. It was a very personal story. Ati alikuwa ameenda majuu and itwaje? Very interesting stuff happened. How do you get, like this is a question I've asked before, but how do you get to verify when someone is out of the country and you've not spoken to them? Kama that particular story.
Like I told you, in that case, it was probably hard for the writer to verify completely. Mm-hmm. So it boils down to the trust you have in your source, whether you're willing to stake your reputation on that, you know, and sometimes, like I told you, it ends up being wrong and you have to man up, delete, apologize. That's basically the only thing you can do at that point.
That's a very clever way umetoka hiyo story, because that's a fake story I actually made up hapa tu kwa set.
Wow. No, but you know, look, enyewe there you've got me, man. And that's the thing, we've written, it's been what, 6 years of Ghafla, we've written 50,000 stories or more.
But of course you can classify, hizi ni stories za uongo na hizi ni za ukweli.
Hey, hapo.
Even the new Dr.Kingori, probably the writer.
No, there you've got me, man. Makosa imefanyika.
Now, Larry Mado, you guys actually, you do realize that you guys are creators. Talk onge creatives. Larry talks about learning stuff about himself. Actually, Larry ni twins. Kuna Larry na Larry wa Ghafla. Serious. Unaamka unapata, ai, ngoja huyu ni mimi. Hata unaweza pigia mtu hiyo story. By the way, Larry anaweza kuja kwa desk akwambia, by the way, umesikia chenye Larry amedu. Serious. Things are that bad. Sengine hata yeye mwenyewe he gets confused by some of the stories that you guys put out.
Yeah, so
Larry ni rent.
Larry, the thing is, that's the thing. There's some people who they are famous and people want to know about them, but for some reason they want to stay out of the limelight, and Larry is one of them. Larry atakangi stories zake zikoe kwa media, but he's honestly just a popular guy. People want to know about him and stuff, so he doesn't want the limelight, but unfortunately the limelight is on him.
Quite clear. Vitu zake ni chini ya maji sana. People know him differently hapo nje na huku ndani pia. So that's hapo we no. We si hivyo mnafikiria. This I unakuanga hivyo minded sana. Most of si hivyo mnafikiria. I hope you are kwa blog. Alafu about the in parting shot before 20. Mnakuanga na 10 things you know about nani, alafu number 7 will shock you. Yeah. Yangu ni namba ngapi will shock you. That's all I need to know. That's all I need to know.
Number 2.
Thank you for coming on the show. Thank you very much. Samuel Majani, ladies and gentlemen. Now, mazeo story ya kuwekwa kwa blog inani affect. So now that's it for the weekend edition. See you next week.